For July and August, guys, there's a whole lot of mess coming our way in July and August. Get ready, prepare now. This is my message to you, okay? Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. It's me, Elijah, back into the video. So, I'm not sure if I'll call this a predictions video or not. I'll have to see. But I want to give you guys this message that I got from my intuition, from my higher self, from God, about what is to come in July and August and a little bit of September, okay? So let's get into it. Before I get into it, please go watch my video about June. It's called, what's it called? June and July, I think it's called. June and July will be crazy, okay? Go watch that video on my channel. Talk about everything that's happening, that has happened in June. Hey, we have seen a lot of crazy things happen this month. These ICE protests and riots, the Middle East conflict, there's a lot of things going on. And now we got fireballs falling down from the heavens, falling down from space like Transformers, okay, in South Carolina. This could be Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Ratchet, Ironhide, Sentinel Prime, Shockwave. I mean, I don't know what this is. Like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Wait, what's going on? What the hell? I mean, that song's blowing up, by the way. What the hell? What the hell? I low-key like that song. I know that song is dumb and it's basic. I got a best friend that hates that song, and he's a rapper. I love that song. No, let me rephrase that. I don't know why I said that. I like that song. I don't love it. I like it. I don't know why I said I love that song. Maybe spirits are trying to tell me something. But anyway, I like the song. I think it's catchy. I think it's funny. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? But yeah, so a lot of things will happen in July and August, all right? So first things first, let me just say, talk about the conflict in the Middle East, okay? So as we all know, what's been going on lately between these two countries in the Middle East with Izzy and Iran. I'm not going to fully say the names because I don't know YouTube and whatnot. I'm going to use code names. So this conflict between us, Izzy, and Iran has been heated. And now there's a ceasefire. Now there's peace, supposedly. Let me just say this. This quote-unquote ceasefire, peace, it will not last. It's not going to last. I got a bad feeling it's not going to last at all, okay? I feel like both sides are not sure what to do. They're not sure, like, should we keep attacking? Should we just fall back? Like, what do we do? And hey, Donald Duck Trump, you saw that video, right? He was like, they both don't know what the F they're doing. I tried helping them out, but they both are conflicted over the conflict. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go golf. Goodbye. Okay, so in that video, he seemed pretty like upset and stressed out. But like, come on, man, you're the president. You are the boss. Like, you gotta handle it. But he did seem kind of stressed out about it. He's like, they both don't know what the F they're doing. And maybe they don't. Maybe they both don't know what they're doing. But all I know is this. This situation that has happened, right, with the airstrike on the nuclear facilities in Iran, right? And then them firing that missile at our base in Qatar. I feel like this whole conflict, now that it's really heating up, this opens us up to possible attacks over here. T attacks. I'm not going to say the full word, but T attacks over here. Just be aware of that, okay? Because that's what I'm feeling. That's the energy that I'm feeling, what I'm seeing happening, okay? The air is tense. I don't know if you feel it, but I feel it. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh no. Yeah, oh no. something doesn't feel right. Something just feels out of place, out of order, and I can feel it. It just does not feel right at all. Something big is about to happen, okay? And I do feel like this could come out of the conflict in the Middle East, okay? And the big thing I see happening, which I pray that this does not happen, because if this does happen, I don't see how you can come back from this. I really don't. A nuclear explosion. Yeah, a nuclear explosion. I'm seeing like nuclear energy happening during this time period, like July. July is when I'm seeing this thing happen. Okay? And again, I hope this does not happen, because all it takes is one to fully start World War III and to start a nuclear war. Because all it takes is one, and once you launch one, then they do it. Then they do it. Then they do it, and it won't stop. Okay, like Puff Daddy, it won't stop, and it can't stop. So hopefully we do not take that timeline, but I don't know. I think it might. But yeah, what I'm seeing is a nuclear explosion happen in July. Okay, and this could be a nuclear bomb, or this could be just people's emotions just going nuclear, like just so over it and so upset that it explodes like a nuclear bomb. So it could be one of those two things. But I'm seeing an actual like missile, okay? And I feel like this could happen from Izzy. Hope like they do something stupid where they launch the button, they press the button and they launch it, and it just makes things a lot worse for everyone. So hopefully not. The other thing I see happening during this time period of July, August, mainly July, is, I'm just talking about July for right now. So in July, for some reason, I'm seeing the leader of Iran, that country, someone going after him and taking that person out. That's what I'm seeing too. And if that happens, and if it turns out that it was from Izzy, they did that, then it's on and popping. It's over. It's over. It's done. From their mind, they're like, okay, at what point can we how much can we take? We gotta fight back. We gotta go all in. So I'm just hoping peace happens right now, and I'm hoping that a bigger war doesn't happen and a nuclear war doesn't happen, because we don't need that. All right, we trying to live our lives and build careers and travel and whatnot and just enjoy life. So we ain't got time for a draft or for a World War III or nukes. So like I said, hopefully we can shift from this timeline to a better timeline. I don't know. I don't know. The people in charge and people in power might want us to stay on this path. They might want to. They don't care. So that's another thing I see happening in July. Okay? A nuclear explosion in July, Middle East, leader of that country, someone going after him, taking that person out, making things a lot worse, okay? The other thing that came to me was about Donald Duck. Now, what happened last year in July? Someone came after him and almost, took him out, but it failed. I feel like something similar to that could happen this time in July, okay? And now things are a lot more intense, a lot more heated. And he made a lot more people upset now, in the country and outside the country, okay? So he has put a bigger target on his back, and all I'll say is this: you got to be careful about who he offends, who he makes upset. I don't love him or I don't hate him. I'm just saying from what I'm seeing. He's made a lot of enemies with people, and you don't know what people are thinking and what they plan on doing. So I feel like this could happen sometime next month, and we'll have to see what happens. And I feel like if this does happen, it may not be a good ending. That's all I'll say about that. It may not be a good ending. All right. Now, it depends on who you are. It may make you upset, or it may make you happy. That's all I'll say. But I don't see it having a good ending. And you know what's funny? There are conservatives that voted for him, right? Who are upset with him. Because he lied. He lied to you, to me, to us. He said no wars, only peace. And lower prices. I mean, he's trying. But he lied. I mean, he's making things worse. He's edging things on. And there are conservatives that voted for him that are waking up now. I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have voted for him. This man isn't who I thought he was. I mean, you just not realize that? He's a narcissist. He cares about himself, the money, that's it. He's a narcissist. He don't care about you. But anyway, it is what it is. That's the past. This is the now. But yeah, so that's another thing I see happening in July. Now, I do see more protests happening against him, against the war. I do see more people just going crazy. And also I see storms, really bad storms happening. Tornadoes. If you live in Oklahoma, Georgia, I'm in Florida, Florida, be aware of tornadoes, okay? I have a really bad feeling this is going to be a very bad time for tornadoes, especially in the Midwest, Texas, Oklahoma, that area, okay, of the country. Just be aware of that. And, stay safe. I don't understand why people would want to rebuild houses in Tornado Alley. Like, that area has a lot of bad storms and twisters. So why would you want to stay there and rebuild? Now, I get it. Not everybody has the money to just get up and leave, okay? But there are a lot of places in this country, the world, that you can live in that's not expensive. You can stay with family and friends. You don't have to stay in an area where it constantly gets tornadoes, gets hit by tornadoes, fires, earthquake. You can leave. I don't understand that mindset. Just leave. I would have left a long time ago. I'm not going to stay there and rebuild a house over and over again when these tornadoes come. No, I'm going to leave. So I see that happening. Beware of the storms, tornadoes coming in July. And speaking of storms, I do predict a hurricane hitting Florida, a Category 4 or 5 hurricane hitting the east coast of Florida, riding the east coast all the way up, okay? Hopefully not. This is bad because I live on the east coast of Florida, but this is what I'm seeing as well. A giant hurricane, Category 4 or 5, riding the east coast and impacting major cities like Miami, whatnot. So I'm not seeing this happen until September, October time period, okay? And for some reason, Spirit is giving me, they're going to call this, the first letter of this hurricane will be like a H or an I or an A or an L or an E. That's it. That's what I'm giving right now from Spirit. H-I-A-L-E. Okay, yeah. H-I-L-E. So those 4 letters just came to me. They might name a hurricane after those 4 letters. H-I-A-L-E-S. Okay, S. So I'll say those 5. So beware of that happening in September. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's been given to me. That's, I've been meditating a lot. I've been asking myself questions, like what's going to happen. And I've been getting a lot of spiritual downloads from my intuition. And I just want to give you guys this message, even though I am a little tired right now, I'm still going to give you guys the message from God and just go from there. But like I said, hey, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens, but Ish is about to hit the fan. July is about to be chaotic. And by the way, Mercury goes retrograde July 24th, I think, 22nd, like 24th. I think 24th. And I hate retrogrades. I hate them because I feel it. I feel the retrograde. It makes things even more intense. It causes car issues, like technical issues, drama, violence, arguments. So during this retrograde in July, just stay calm, avoid drama, fight, argument, toxic people. Just lay low, be to yourself the best way you can. And yeah, that's all I can say about that. And we just had this new moon Wednesday. I think it was in Gemini. And this new moon energy, which I have been feeling a lot as well, it can cause mental warfare. Like, make you think another thing and think another thing. Like, you can't make a decision. You can't make a choice on what you want to do, what you want to have. And I've been feeling like that a lot lately too. I can't decide if I want to do this, if I want to do that, go here, go there. Like, I can't decide and choose. So this energy from this new moon has been affecting me as well. Like I said, I'm very, very connected to everything. I'm a super empath. So I'm connected to God, the people, the spiritual world, the moon, the sun, nature. All right. I mean, we all are connected. We are all connected. It's just a lot of people are not tapped in. I'm tapped in, okay? And that's why I'm able to connect more to things easily than others. But yeah. But there are many people who are like me, who are empaths that can connect. But yeah, we are all connected. Everything's connected. It's just, are you tapped in? Are you tapped in? So tap in. But yeah, so I talked about storms, tornadoes coming, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Georgia, Florida. Beware of deadly, massive, dangerous tornadoes, okay, that will happen in July. I talked about the Middle East conflict and how that situation could go nuclear. It could very well go nuclear. This is what I'm predicting. This is what I'm seeing. And I hope not. Because if this happens, it's over. And other countries will get involved. So hopefully no one makes the dumb decision. But yeah, a nuclear, I'll say this, nuclear energy. This could be nuclear, like an actual nuke, or it could be just people just exploding out of anger. Okay? The conflict in the Middle East getting worse. Them taking out the leader of Iran can make things worse. And Donald Duck. And he needs to be aware of people, his surroundings, and that, there are people who are upset with him that could go after him like they did last year in July. So be aware of that. And of course, more protests, obviously. And Canada. I talked about this before earlier this year. I do predict that Canada will become a part of America in August. This is the timeline that I'm seeing that's given to me. Okay? I predict that Canada could become a part of America. Now, that could make you upset, happy, depending on who you are, where you are, America, Canada. Like I said, we'll see what happens. And also, I do see heart issues with Donald Duck because of stress. So he could have heart issues in July because of stress. He could be out for a couple of days and weeks. JD might have to step in as president, as acting president, or president long term. So temporary or just long term, we got to see. But something's going to happen with Donald Duck. Either someone's going to come after him, either at an event or just something like that, or he's going to have a heart issue. I'm feeling something's going to happen, and he needs to be careful and aware of what's going on, and just pray it up. I mean, he won't pray, but This man, that kills me. People say, oh, he prays to God. He believes in God and Jesus. No, he doesn't. No, he does not believe in God. He's lying to you. He cares about money, green. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about God. Now, God cares about him. I'll say that. This man, I will say this, he is protected. He is protected by God for a specific reason, to bring chaos. See, people think that God is always about love and just peace. Yes, God is also that. But God is also fire, wrath, anger, sadness, war, death. That's God too. Remember, the devil, Satan, he wasn't like, he had to get evil from somewhere. Okay, he wasn't just like born evil. He changed, he turned evil. Okay, so if it existed in him, it existed in God. So if God can be good, God can be evil too. All right, good and evil all comes from one. All right, so, but I do believe he is. I do believe he is, whether he believes it or not. Donald Duck is protected and guided by God and spirits and whatnot for a divine mission, divine reason to carry out an agenda to bring chaos. Because God will use people and situations to bring about chaos, to make things really bad, so that something good can happen. Okay, we don't always know God's plan, but it's not always what you think it is. Sometimes the people that we think are quote unquote bad are the people that are actually protected the most by God. I'm not saying you got to be a bad person. What I'm saying is you don't know who is protected by what spirit, by what deity. Okay, you don't know who's protecting who in the spiritual realm. You don't know. Okay, so good and bad to us is different than to the spiritual world, than to God. Okay, for example, like I just watched The Sopranos, right? Now, obviously, this is a show. It's not real, but Tony Soprano, how you doing? I run the Bada Bank from New Jersey. All right, I'm gonna go to the restaurant, get me some olives, get me some sandwiches. Okay, I tried my Tony Soprano impression. Got yourself a gun. Okay, I love that show. Tony Soprano, he is a mob boss. He's a bad guy, right? He's killing people. He's just choking out people, covering up murders and whatnot. He's a bad person, right? He's a gangster. He's a mob boss. But he's being protected. Like, he does have a soft side too. He loves animals. He loves his family and kids. But, and like I said, it's a show. But in the show, he's like being protected. You know, he's been attacked many times physically, but he still lived. Okay, but he's still doing his bad stuff. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, God will allow certain people to live, to carry out certain agendas, even if it's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, that bad thing could lead to a great thing. See, we don't understand it because we're humans, but not all of us. Some folks are reptilians and grays and synthetics and AI and vampires and witches and werewolves and just other beings and you know, Pleiadians and whatnot, Draconians. Like, some beings are not human, but for the human beings, like, you know, we think differently. So it's a different thought process. Like God said in the Bible, my thoughts are not your thoughts. All right, so it's different. But yeah, I do believe he's protected and guided for a specific reason. But hey, we'll see, because the timeline could change and he could be taken out. So we'll see. And also, this whole situation in the Middle East does open us up to T attacks that could happen. Okay, so be careful, be aware of that, be aware of your surroundings. If something does not feel right and feels off, leave. leave. That's your intuition talking to you. Just leave, because you don't know what could happen. So be aware of your surroundings and just stay prayed up, have faith, and meditate. That's all I can say. But yeah, guys, that's my predictions for July, August, and September. But mainly July. Mainly in July, okay? But enjoy the rest of your summer, and I will see you guys in the next video. I am out. I am tired. I am exhausted. Peace.